Y'all, she been talking this whole time, not even knowing the sound. Thank you, Kay. Thank you.
Have you have that been like that the whole time, y'all?
Haven't been like that the whole time.
I've been doing some talking, okay? Sorry about this, y'all. But y'all see what I'm doing, okay?
Repeat what you do.
So what I'm saying is, like that first jar I did, I put chicken, my vegetables, I put noodles, more chicken, and then my broth. Okay, and that's what I'm actually what I'm doing with these jars here, and I'm making chicken soup. And what I've noticed is when you're canning and you're water bath, and you have to water bath for 3 hours. So what I did with my noodles was I soaked them instead of cooking them. I soaked them, and because it's gonna cook in the jar, guys, and you don't want those noodles to be too too soft. So I now I don't know. This is my first time doing these noodles, so I don't know exactly if it's going if how it's gonna come out. But I feel in my heart if I cook it in the jar, then it'll come out the right way. So that's how I'm gonna do it. That's how I'm doing it. I'm gonna take my juice, which what I already said. What I did with my juice is I when I cook my chicken, I season it to the way I want it. I put my canning salt, and then I put my other seasonings and things in there that I wanted. So it's to taste the way I want it to taste. So when I open this jar, when I get ready to open this jar, it's already to my tasting. It's already ready to go. Thing I got to do is put it on the stove, warm it up, and eat me some chicken soup.
Question.
Eat me some chicken soup, guys.
Question.
Hmm.
Did you put candy salt in
Yes, I put canning salt. I put canning salt, and then I put my other seasonings. So I'm gonna fill those up. Like I said, you want to fill that up to that jar, to that first line. You want to make sure it's filled up to that, and you want to put your juice. Now, if you're canning and you're using hot food, you want your jars to be hot because you don't want to shock your jar and make your jar break. So if you're canning hot food,
Kay said it sounds good now.
if you're canning hot food, you want to make sure that your jars. What I did was I my sink water gets really really hot where it'll scald you. Okay, so I kept my jars in a bowl, and I kept them in the water until I got ready to use them. But if you're canning cold food, then you want your jars to be room temperature. You don't want to put nothing hot in it if your jars are cold. So I'm gonna fill that up with the juice. And what I'm gonna do now is what I told y'all. Got to debubble because
Joey, what up, man? My brother.
you have to debubble this because why? Because hold on, y'all, because it's a piece of how that chicken had a little brown on it. I don't like that. Uh, you gotta debubble this. So you gotta go around this jar with something, and you gotta do like this, and then you're gonna notice that the juice is going down. Okay, but you gotta debubble it. You want to debubble. Okay, and then if you can see now my juice went down. So now you want to top that juice back off, right back up to that line, like so. And you want to do all your jars that way. You want to debubble all your jars. Okay. Now, I think my last video, I was telling y'all about how I felt about what was going on, and that made me think like, I think we all need to be doing something like this, y'all, because it's just everybody see what's going on. Okay, it's not just me. Everybody see what's going on. So
don't sugarcoat it. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world
just you know, be prepared. My word on my last video, if I'm not mistaken, it was my last video. I talked about being prepared. It's nothing like being prepared. I've started I've started getting my stuff from my inside garden. Now that's just for me. Okay? That's just for me because like I can't get up and go outside, just walk outside every day and stuff like that. So I have to do it the way I do it. So I'm starting me an inside garden. Now let me top those back off. Remember what I said? That juice gonna go down, but you want to top that back off. You want to top all those back off. Okay? And top all those back off. All right. Now set those to the side right here. And your next thing you're gonna do with these cans, okay? You're gonna put all that in there. That's all clean, y'all. It's all clean. All right, and make sure everything is sterilized. Like I said, when you're doing this, you have to make sure everything is sterilized. The next thing I need to do is, hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna see me rolling back, okay? Y'all gonna see me roll.
Man, you got me drinking ice cream.
This is how I get around, okay? This is how you get. Could you give me that vinegar from up there, please?
You know I'm a big back, right?
Okay, I need you to.
Here.
All right, so I'm gonna take some vinegar and I'm gonna put on that paper towel.
I just dropped ice cream on the floor, y'all.
I'm gonna put me some vinegar on that paper towel. Hold on, y'all. And you wanna make sure you put vinegar on a paper towel or a towel, and you're gonna go around that jar. And you're gonna make sure ain't nothing around that jar. Now I already checked my jars when I was washing them to make sure there was no nips or cracks or anything in the jars. But when you putting your food in there, you're gonna get food on the side. So you wanna make sure you wanna make sure you clean all of those off with vinegar. I use vinegar to clean all those off. Make sure ain't nothing around there to mess up my seal.
Or any what's it, germs to get in there to mess up the canning process.
Okay. Right. So then I also have my lids in the water as well.
Oh wow, it grabbed a lid like that?
Mm-hmm.
It just wow. So it's like a magnet on there or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I got my lids in the water as well, so they can be hot. And I'm gonna put those on top of there.
Yeah, this is interesting and motivating, ain't it, y'all?
All right. Now make sure all those are on there, like so. Then you're gonna take your ring and you're gonna close it up. All right.
I said interested and motivated.
You're gonna close that up. But what you don't want to do is tighten it. When we get jars and stuff, we tend to want to tighten it. You don't want to do that when you're doing this process. You want to tighten it like that. You don't want to go overly tight because that's got to be it. When you put it in your canner and you're boiling that, it's got to be able to do what it need to do. So you don't want that too tight. So you just want to, that's it. You don't want to over tighten it. Because some of us heavy-handed, we tend to want to put that big bad boy on there. No, you just want to tighten it. Hand tighten it. That's it. Just like that.
Because low key, this cap right here, I ain't gonna touch it because I want to.
What it does, it keep your hand back, boy. Sterilize.
I wouldn't been touching.
Don't touch none of it. So because if you tighten it too much, what it does is it can give you a phony seal because the jar is so tight on there. You want that when you boiling that, you want that to tighten and undo what it's supposed to do itself, not because you got the thing too tight. Okay, you just wanna do that, and there you go. Chicken soup, guys. Chicken soup. For the ones that just came in, I also showed something that I've already done. Now these will go in the water bath for 3 hours, guys. Now, when I say 3 hours, if y'all can see my candy pot, I didn't put no water in it so I can show y'all.
See, start the process of that too. I'm pretty sure they want to see it. They miss you. Us. They miss us.
Canning pot. And as y'all can see, I don't have any water in it right now. But it has a thing to go to it. And what you do, you simply take your jars and you sit them in there. Now mine can hold 9 jars. So right now, y'all see I only have 5. I only have 5 jars here. Okay. I only have 5 jars here, but I got other jars too. So what you want to do is the other jars that you already have, you want to fill them up with water, and you want to just have them in there so it can, because they're gonna click around and all that stuff while they're boiling. Now, when I say 3 hours to boil, when you put your water in this pot, you're not gonna start your timer. You're not gonna start your timer until this water that's in this pot becomes a boil up. It's going to start boiling. You're going to see the boils. You're going to see the big boils coming to the top of the pot. That is when you start your timer. You start your timer for 3 hours. And sometimes when you're canning, you want to fill your water up to about 1 inch or 2 over the jar, over the top of the jar. Okay. Once you do that, you want to let that boil, and then you want to boil you some water on the stove to keep it boiled, because if that water start going down off that top, you want to be able to replace that water. But you want to replace that water without disturbing the boil. You do not want to disturb the boil. So you want that water as hot as the water that is in the pot. So when you pour the water in there, it should not stop your boil. If it stops your boil, they say you have to start the process all over again. Okay? No matter if you're 2 hours in, 1 hour in, if you stop that boil, then you have to start the whole process again, and you have to do your whole 3 hours again. So make sure when you're doing this, you do not stop the boil for nothing. You boil water on this, or in your tea kettle, or in your pot, or whatever you need to do to pour that water back in there to top those back off, but make sure it does not disturb the boil. All right. Hold on, y'all, because I'm doing more than one thing right now. Excuse me. Look at that, look at that. Y'all talking about fit to be good? Y'all talking about fit to be good. Got me some chicken on in that oven. Look at that, look at that. That's what you want. That's what you want. All right. Now, for the ones that came in and didn't see what I was showing you, hold on a second. Ground beef, canned, on the shelf. Steak, canned, on the shelf. Now, what I did with these is I pre-cooked the ground beef. Now, when I open this jar, I can make tacos. I can make spaghetti. I can make what I want with that meat. Y'all hear that storm? Steak. I pre-cooked my steak, seasoned it up, did what I need to do with it. That's steak. pork tenderloin, chicken. Now for these, I can these raw. I can this raw, and I can my chicken raw. When I cooked it, when I put it in there to boil, it's gonna cook it in the jar, guys. So you can can it raw if you want to. I put my I season it up. I put it in my jars, close my jars up, put it in the canner, and it cooks in the jar. Pork tenderloin, chicken.
You said that the other one was asparagus.
Asparagus, tomatoes. Okay? Asparagus and tomatoes. Now, I don't know how my asparagus is gonna come out, y'all. I'm gonna be opening this jar soon because I'm curious to know, because like I said, you have to do the 3 hours. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna like those asparagus that soft. So I'm gonna see, because if that's the case, then I'm gonna do my asparagus different. I'm going to pickle them instead of doing them this way. But I'm gonna taste it and see how it come out. Once you do your jars, you want to put them, once you take them out of the water after the 3 hours.
Joe said canned excellent.
When you take them out of the pot after your 3 hours, turn the fire off, guys. Let it sit. Let it cool down a little bit before you take it out, because you don't want, like I said, you don't want to shark your jars. So you want to take them out. Let them sit for about 5-10 minutes before you take them out. Take them out, sit them somewhere, cover them up with a towel or something, and you're gonna start hearing a click. Once you take them out, you're gonna start hearing a click. That's just your jars. That's your jars sealing. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Hold on, guys. One second. Give me a second. I'm trying to show y'all something. Here I come. Excuse me. Okay, I have a jar here, and then I have a top. Hold on. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. Okay? Y'all hear that? That's how it sounds before you can your jars. Okay? That's how it sounds. You can push that, and that's how it sounds before you pressure can your jars. After you pressure can your jars, see that? You don't see that no more. You don't hear that no more. That's how you know your jar is sealed. That's what you want to hear. You do not want to hear anything when you're pressing down on that once your jars come out of that canner. Once they pop. And when you take them out, you're going to hear them pop. Pop, pop, pop. That's them sealing. It's not your jar breaking, so don't get alarmed. But that's just your can sealing. And y'all hear this storm? That's why I've been, y'all. So, with that being said, I miss y'all. I really, really, really did. And it's other things that I'm gonna be doing. Like I said, I started getting my stuff for my garden. And guys, let me tell you something. If you don't have the money and you're buying food from the store, I'm gonna show you something. Give me that middle thing right here. This middle one. The middle one right there. Let me tell you something. You got some celery. You got some parsley. Some celery, some parsley, some whatever you're using. Your onions, your green onions. Get you a little jar, a little bowl or something. Put it in some water. Take this right here is cilantro. I took a couple pieces of cilantro and I put it in this water. And if you can see at the bottom, y'all see that? That's the cilantro actually getting roots. Okay. Once your stuff roots at the bottom like this, put that right there, and give me that onion right there. Okay. The onion. This is a piece of onion. Onion. Okay. It's a piece of onion. Put it in some water. Chop off that bottom piece. Y'all see all those things at the bottom of there? This is ready to go in the dirt. Okay? If you put it in the water, it's going to root. Once it roots, it's time to put it in the dirt. Okay? Get you a pot. Get you something. Put it in there. Okay? Could you go get my go in there and grab that green onion out of there? Mm-hmm. That's growing in there. Now I kid you not, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something before I get out of here, because this storm, I don't know what it's going to be on. I'm gonna show y'all something. 1 second. Now this is how your girl get around. So y'all gonna have to. Now I put me some carrots, some cilantro, some
Hurry up, it's leaking.
Put it on here. I kid you not. I put this in the water for a few days. Look here. Green onion. Okay. I put it in the water. I let it root. And I put it in the dirt.
And if that don't phase you.
I also have some more stuff.
She's in germinating right now.
I'm germinating right now. I have my celery stock in there so it can root.
Don't touch it.
You can touch it. I have my asparagus root trying to root in there. I have potato trying to root in there. I got carrot, cilantro. I got regular onion, and I have lettuce. So I finally got my seeds in, but I wanted to see what this was going to do. And as y'all can see, that's a green onion. When I put this in the water, I cut it down to the white. And I put it in the water. It rooted so well, y'all. I put it in the dirt, and that's what you got. And this been what, 2 days? 3 days maybe. And it grew up. Do what I'm telling you. Grow you some food, okay? Grow you some food. Here, take this back and put it back. I got me a small grow light, and I got them on. Next, I will be I got my bags and stuff in for my potatoes. If you go on Temu, you can get you a pot bag for your potatoes. And when you're ready for your potatoes and they grow in that bag, you can open it up and take the potatoes from the bottom. Same thing with your carrots. Same thing with your turnip bottoms or things like that. So guys, grow things, can things. It's time. It's time. Hold on, y'all. Put this back over here. Out my way.
Wow, it dropped the dirt just that quick. See? Say, wow, it dropped the dirt just that quick.
So, with that being said, your girl got some cleanup to do.
Y'all, she upsets me when she try to rush y'all away.
But I gotta go, guys.
I want to see her every day in her life.
I want to see y'all too. I'm gonna see y'all more often, guys. I will be potting. Like I said, my actual seeds came in, so I do want y'all to go through that process with me. so y'all can see how my house garden goes. Okay,
We doing good, you know. How
so.
you?
But I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. I got some cleanup to do, and then I gotta make a side to that chicken that I made. Now that chicken right there, I I put it in there, and I put me some mushroom, some cream of mushroom, season it up real good, some onions, threw that bad boy in the oven. So probably gonna make me some rice or something with it or something.
Kay said you got this now.
I'm gonna find something. Thank you, Kay, and I thank each and every one of y'all for coming. Like I said, I really miss y'all. I'll be back on here, but your girl had to do some things, you know, and not to mention doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, things like that. Life been lifing, okay? Life been lifing. But with that being said, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming. I know y'all been saying a whole lot of stuff over there. Hopefully King Zachariah been telling me what y'all been saying. But
Okay, how about this? Before you leave, we read everything they didn't say it, okay?
so no. So what I'm gonna do is what what I'm gonna do is this storm is coming, man.
No,
What I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is guys, what I'm gonna do is I will be back soon, okay? I will be back soon.
I haven't you in a while. Glad. Hold on. I haven't seen you in a. Oh, I haven't seen you. Glad you're doing good.
Who said that?
You knew.
Thanks, you do. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out. I really, really do. But your girl will be back soon. And, you know,
Oh,
y'all gonna get tired of me. In a minute, y'all gonna get tired of me. Y'all gonna be like, girl.
Joe, you said that's a big burger. Yeah, that's what I want to try, man. That KC Fiends burger.
I will be coming back because I have a lot of things that I want to be canning. Guys, I'm gonna be canning some real good things. I want to can me some meatballs, so when I take them out, make me some spaghetti or something like that.
You missed words that you gotta read. I'm just trying
Uh,
to read them. You read everything.
Potatoes, you just keep on the counter and it starts growing sprout. Well, I'm starting. I put it in the water so it can start growing. Now you want to have potatoes that got the little, you know, it look like, you know, the little holes that's in the potatoes. That's where the sprouts come out at. So I'm gonna see what it does. I just put those in there, so I'm gonna see what those do. But I haven't seen you in flesh. I'm glad to see you too. That's a big burger. Well, I'm coming for dinner. Yeah, you know you can come for dinner. You knew. Yes, you can.
What's up?
Yes, you can.
What's up?
But what I want to do, I'm going to actually I'm gonna do me some meatballs. I want to actually give me some bigger jars so I can actually put burgers. Now with my what I didn't say with my burger with my ground beef, I pre-cooked it. Same thing with my steak, and then I made me some beef broth, and I seasoned my beef broth the way I wanted it, and then I poured the beef broth over the meat to when I canned it. So I did that, and so I want to do me some I want to do me some meatballs. I want to do some actual burgers in the bigger jars, the big jars. I want to do me some burgers and put down in there because what I one thing about the burger meat, you want to pre-cook it if you want it for like if you want it for like tacos or use it for like spaghetti. When you open that jar, you want to pre-cook it because if you pack it in there, if you pack the ground beef in there by itself without raw packing it, it comes out like a loaf. So you have to cut it. So if you don't want your ground beef like that, you want to pre-cook it like and chop it up like a taco meat and then put it in the jars. Otherwise, if you want the loaf, then you just pack it in there. You don't even have to cook it. You can just pack it in there and jar it up and then put it in your water bed. But I wanted versatile stuff, so I'm gonna make it the way I want it to come out of the jar. So I'm gonna make it into burgers. I'm gonna make it into um, Wife says she appreciate. Oh, I'm glad y'all liked it. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate
Yes,
y'all,
I
man.
do.
That's
Yes,
all
I
love
do.
right there.
And so I'm gonna make me up some burgers, and I'm putting in a bigger jar because you know your boy can eat. You know your boy can eat. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do me some burgers, but I'm also put the beef broth in there because I think that'll keep it good or whatever. But and then I'm gonna do my meatballs like that and stuff like that. And I also got some other things that I'm gonna be trying and doing. I did make some pickles. And
Boy, they was fire.
yeah, I made some sweet pickles, but I want to make
What
some
was the
other
other stuff you had canned the last time?
last time I canned some pork, and that came
Fire.
out really good.
Fire.
And that came out really good, guys. I think I did a video on that one when I
No, you
opened
didn't.
when I opened the jar.
Yeah, when you opened the jar, but not when you ate it though.
Yeah, when I opened the jar, I made some. Actually made
See y'all.
some egg rolls out of those. Really good. So hopefully y'all
How long does it last in the jar?
it lasts in the jar for they say it's good for up to a year, but guys, you can actually keep that stuff in a jars for longer, up to lot of years. Just say that. Okay, you can keep that stuff a long time. So
It depends.
as long as you make sure that it's in a dark, cool place. You have to keep your jars in a dark, cool place, guys. After you do your jars, keep it in a dark, cool place. Keep them. You do not want to stack your jars. Do not stack your jars. Put them somewhere, and do not stack anything on top of them because you do not want to mess up your seal. Okay, you do not. So that's not a good thing to do, to be stacking your jars up. You know, we want to make room and stuff like that, but you do not.
What up, man?
You do not want to stack your jars. You want to keep your jars somewhere dark and cool. You want to keep them in a place like that. So the lower the better. You know, you don't want to put them like on top of a refrigerator or nothing up high because, you know, heat rises. Okay, so you want to keep them low and you want to keep them dark. Okay, anywhere where your sun don't come, or that's where you want to keep your jars.
Your word, peace, love, and light to you too, my brother.
And let me see before I leave. Let me see who all in here. Hi Word, hi Unu, hi Joey, hi Kay, hi Rudy, hi Frugal Mama, hi Zeke family. Y'all. So your girl. Oh, what happened?
You going too fast.
Oh, I'm going too fast.
Let your eyes dilate on what you're
Wait,
doing.
what I'm doing? Oh, hey, subject. Thanks for coming. I didn't even see you. I passed you up. I'm sorry. Yeah, your auntie eyes ain't that good no more, okay? Your auntie eyes ain't that good no more. But with that being said, guys, your girl's going to get out of here because I'm going to clean up a little bit. Cook me something on the side for that right there. And your girl going to go in this room and see if I have to go in the closet. How many more times I got to go in this closet, okay?
Excuse me. Excuse me, Missy.
Hmm?
Why you didn't make? Why was you telling me earlier about noodles and stuff? And you just canned them?
Yeah. Oh, you thought you was eating that? Yo, King Zachariah here. I think
So
I want.
she told me she cooked the bone off the chicken earlier to make some noodles. I thought she
Not
was
that
gonna
kind of
can-
noodles.
Hold on. I thought she was gonna can some, and then keep out a little bit of the soup for us. But nah, she got some grilled some oven chicken over here.
Yo, I might open one of the jars for
I'm salty.
for King
I don't
Zachariah,
like
y'all.
chicken with bones.
For King Zachariah, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, guys. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming. Let me go get this man something to eat before
That's
he
what I was talking about, man.
before he go crazy, y'all. Okay, before he go crazy. But with that being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I'm posting.
And shout out to all the 12 that's in the chat right now.
And thank you.
That's been coming back and forth. We love y'all. Peace, love, and blessings.
And make sure you.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an upload come from us, baby.
And make sure you.
Yes, you, baby.
Never let nobody tell you that you ain't somebody. Y'all, do it.
And she didn't want it.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Hey, which hand? Joe, my brother. Which hand? Which hand is the salute? The right or the left? I forget. It's the right. We up out of here, coach. If it's the right, hopefully it's the right. If it was wrong hand, I apologize. No disrespect to the army, but
bye, guys.
So we up out of here, coach. Peace, love, and blessings.
I love y'all. I'll be back soon.